Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Table topics. That's the time when we practice our impromptu speaking skills. And what happens is, I'm going to throw out a topic. And then I'm going to randomly pick someone. They come up here and they have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And I'm going to do something a little different today. Now, you notice we have here a Nevada license plate. And how often have you driven down a street and there's a car in front of you with a personalized license plate? And you wonder, what does that mean? So don't be subtle with your answers. What I want you to do is to decode the license plate and then talk about what the license plate is or what you think about the person who would be in that vehicle. Does that make sense? And I will put up here, when you come up, what you see on the screen. Mr. Kelly.
Well, Toastmasters, this is one of my favorite things to do, is decipher what those license plates mean. And you can picture this car right now. I don't know. It's not a big Suburban. Right? It's probably a little Geo Metro or a smart car or something like that. Right? And some teeny little thing driving around like a tuna fish can or something, not much bigger than a thimble. That's the way I think. Now, it could be there's a person sews a lot. That's what they're into, sewing or something like that. I was driving the other day and I saw a car. I love this license plate. It said SUGRQB. SUGRQB. Now you got to picture this car. It was white. It was a Scion. It was square. So the license plate fit perfectly. Sugar cube. So I love doing these. My wife has one. It's really simple. Betsy's. That's it. Thanks.
And the next one is Josh.
Karma. This is a license plate for somebody that warns people that tailgate. I am from California. California is full of people that know how to drive offensively and defensively at the same time. If somebody is in the fast lane going 40 miles an hour, in California you don't just sit there and out of sheer will force them to move over. You just go around, speed them off, maybe give them some not so subtle sign language along the way. But in Nevada, when I moved here a few years ago, I realized people don't do that. They think, well, it's my right to be in this lane, you shouldn't be here, and they just stay right there about 2 feet from your back bumper. And it just irritated me to no end, and my wife too. The words that came out of this woman's mouth I had never heard a woman speak before, especially one as beautiful as her. You think it's all gumdrops and lollipops with this woman? This person will not get off my bumper. I'm gonna filth and foul, filth and foul. So this karma is probably what my wife would have to say. If you're gonna stay on my bumper, you might get stabbed. Or shot, or have your legs broken so that you can't drive for a while. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that pretty accurately describes what that license plate would represent for people.
Virginia.
Mr. Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Aquanut. I don't think it probably means the aqueduct in California. I assume this means someone who's into swimming. Although I'm not sure why in the world they would put that on a license plate, but you see all kinds of strange things, as we all know, on license plates. So I assume this could be, God help us, a teenager's car who is a competitive swimmer. Are you a swimmer?
My sister.
There we go. There we go. And I have known some teenagers, not mine, but others that are very much into swimming and go to the meets and do all this stuff. And I can see that a teenager would put something, this is probably one of the more sane things the teenager would have put on their car, but it is possible that the teenager driving, I don't know, some Camry or Civic or something like that is what I picture this on. So the teenager is very into swimming, goes to these meets, and wanted everyone to know that they're an aquanut.
We have time for one more.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll take this one. Steve.
That's unusual. Oh, no, I know why. I know why. John told me.
Mr. Tabletop Master, fellow Toastmasters, guests. Okay. This is the kind you look at, which is a picture. As you stare at it, it flips. It's a different picture. I looked at this, and I said, "Tank, sirs." I think my parents were born in the 1940s, Fourth World War II, Korea and Vietnam. Tanks. Sign of military prowess, barreling down the streets of third world countries. Tanks, sirs. Show of power. This might be on a Suburban. Could be on a one of those trucks. Lifted off the ground, looks like a quasi-military vehicle. Now the picture flips. There's a little different kind of driver there, not the macho, not the militaristic. A little bookworm guy, short, scrawny, funny glasses. He found a loophole. He found a loophole paying out his taxes. And when he did, he ended up getting a whole bunch of money back from the Internal Revenue Service. And what did he do with that? Bought his little dream car. Toyota Camry. He just wanted to express his grand appreciation in a non-subtle way for all society of the state. Thanks, IRS. Okay, if you could take a moment and vote for the person who you feel gave the best mini speech.